Historically, Canon gets a really fast start to the year. And we get a fast start, I think, for one reason only, and that is we elect to take the time to connect with the people that matter most in helping us with our strategy. And that's really the employees, it's the customers, and it's the press and analyst community. So when we take time like this to tell our story, share our strategy, and connect, and the connections over the lunches, the breakfast time, the time that we have together, it influences the strategy that we have. And when we learn that very early in the year, it really influences what we do and how we go about doing it. In fact, in the production printing business, we had our kickoff just 2.5 weeks ago. We brought literally the entire organization together to not just share the strategy, but make sure we get input to see if there's any changes and enhancements we need to make. Last week, we brought our advisory council together in beautiful Hermosa Beach, not a bad place to be as well, and also ran through our complete strategy for the year, and they told us some areas that we may want to consider to add, but also some areas that we may want to tweak a little bit. And again, just last night, I had a couple real nuggets that I got from a couple of you, and that's kind of how we do it. When I look at the results that we get in the first half of the year, I think so much has to do with the fact that we really listen to all of you, and it's very much appreciated. So much so, I'm pleased to report that in 2018, it's the best year that we've had in the history of production printing. So much so, and this goes to Sam's comment earlier about do we work in Boca and how difficult it is. This is how he knows, okay? So we grew 102%. We grew our revenue 102% year over year. And by the way, last year was an excellent year. It was a great year, so 102% year over year. Our operating profit was 102% of our budget. Once again, for the 8th straight year in the United States, #1 market share. We placed 92 continuous feed inkjet devices into the market last year. Thank you, Deborah. Our hardware grew faster than the industry. The industry is growing at 103%. We're growing at 108%. 108% growth. And what's really fascinating to me, we grew in every single product category that we have in production printing. Every single one of them. So think about that for a minute. A lot of you that have been covering production printing, continuous feed toner, black and white. What a dinosaur, right? What a dinosaur. We had a good year in 2017. We had a better year in 2018. There's a very large chain, a retail chain that just seems to love continuous feed toner and bought a lot of the product last year, and it's still going very strong. Continuous feed toner, cut sheet black and white, the image press with cut sheet color, inkjet, the i300, continuous feed inkjet, software, we grew software almost double digits from the year prior, and professional services. Customers want our professional service organization. We grew across every single category. As importantly to that is we set up a new structure last year where we took our biggest accounts and we kind of moved them to the side, and we decided we need to take care of them a little differently and take them away from the way our salespeople were managing them in the regions. By doing so, it freed our salespeople up to really do more in the regions and bring on new customers. We brought on 60 brand new customers last year, brand new customers. The year prior, without that structure, just 15. 60 brand new customers. So think about what that's going to mean in terms of pages and ink sales for us going into this year. Also, our strategic accounts did better than they had in any prior year simply because we took care of them in a different way. And last but not least, a topic that's near and dear to our hearts, and I'll be honest with you, we didn't meet our goal for the i300. We set a really high goal, but 18% growth, double-digit growth with the i300. We placed 40 units. We just think we can do so much better, and we believe this is the coming out party for the i300 in 2019. So across the board, again, when Sam wonders and Pete wonders what we're doing in Boca, I just pull this slide up and say things are going pretty well, and then they quickly say, well, how was this month? And so we pull up that slide as well, and I can tell you January was good, and I'm expecting a good February. We should be fine. The quarter is going to be good, so I think everything's going to be all right, okay? So with that, let's move on. These are some names that you're going to be familiar with if you're not already. But these are, and a couple of these customers will be with us tomorrow in the CEC. A few of you are going to join us over at the Boca facility to talk to our customers, learn more about the production business. But these are names you'll see. These are customers we never had before. They had no interaction with Canon whatsoever. Through some great marketing efforts and some sales efforts, they became enticed by what we had, and lo and behold, have turned out to be some of our biggest and most important customers in 2018 going into 2019. Being more specific on market share, you see two pies here. One is total inkjet, and then one is continuous feed inkjet. So on your left would be the high volume inkjet category. Once again, thanks to Amy Machado. Where did Amy go? Well, it's no fun to call somebody out if they're not sitting here, right? So somebody's going to remind me in a few minutes when she comes back into the room to again call her out. But Amy Machado was good enough to get us the results just before our press conference. And Canon, once again, #1 market share in total inkjet with 34%. We're very proud of that. And in the continuous feed side, which really where most of our competitors play, 30% market share. So again, #1. Now, what's that mean really? We like to talk about being #1 market share, but what it really means to the industry and to our customers is that we probably have more service techs in the field than any other vendor or competitor because we simply have more machines. It probably means we understand the equipment better than any of our competitors because we've been at it so long, we have so many out there. It probably means we have more parts available than any other competitor in the industry. And it also probably means we have more supplies available for them to do printing in the industry. Again, simply because we have so many products out in the market. So this is important to our customers. This is why they like to do business with us. This is why inkjet's successful, and this is why Canon is #1 market share. Pete talked about it just a moment ago, but having 97% customer satisfaction on the service side, again, a big reason for it is the service, coming up the experience curve with product in the field, and everything we do to support the customers. What we're most proud of is the success of our customers. So our customers last year printed 83 billion pages. When we talk about print declining, yes, overall print is declining, we all know what we get it. Digital print continues to rise, and we continue with our customers to get our fair share of that. Last year we printed our customers about 78 billion pages. We grew that to 83 billion pages. We like to say what we're selling them is not printing presses. What we're selling them is page delivery systems, meaning they make money on selling printing. We sell them products that just work really well, give outstanding quality, they're reliable. We put together a great service organization that allows them to sell, it allows them to do what they need to do, and proof is right here with the 83 billion pages. Our customers are doing really well with Canon product. I can also tell you our brand new product, the ProStream that came out last year, has beat all of our expectations. And I'll tell you, based on my history in digital color printing, I'm always a little skeptical. And this has exceeded every single expectation I had, and that's not easy to do. The ProStream has better quality, in many cases, than offset printing, and is better quality than indigo printing. And I didn't expect that to happen this quickly with inkjet technology, and it did. And it did. 262 feet a minute, 1200 DPI. All of our customers will tell you, and Mark Subers just had on the front cover of Printing Impressions, we just had the ProStream cover. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I got to tell you, if you haven't seen the cover of Printing Impressions, I mean, I get chills saying it. It looks unbelievable for inkjet. There it is. Mark, you want to? Mark Michelson. Way to be, Mark. Thanks for helping me out with some props. But it's just incredible, and we got a fast start, and we've gotten a number of phone calls based on, hey, how did you guys print this? And it's all done on the ProStream. And one of our customers said to us, they've been doing a lot of B2 printing, a very large online printing company of photographic type materials, I won't say any more than that, who has a lot of B2 sheet-fed presses, said, this is the best B2 press in the industry. So what are you talking about? It's a continuous feed inkjet. It's not a B2 press. I said, oh yes it is. It's a B2 press because at the end, working with your finishing partners, we can sheet it, but the image size is actually a little bigger. The quality is better than what's available today, and you can do a longer sheet than B2. wow, we never really thought of it that way. It's 4 times faster than any B2 sheet fed press in the industry. So we believe, based on what that customer told us a week ago, we're going to change the way in which we market the product, and we think we're going to have great success going after a lot of the digital printers that do sheet fed B2 printing. SPC and Darwell were the first customers to venture into this new product with us. And I'm pleased to report that SPC is doing 6.74 million pages a month, Darwell about 4.15, and 97% uptime at one company, 98% uptime at the other. The product is just performing, and they're doing all general commercial print work. They're running 9-point stocks, 11-point stocks, coated materials, inkjet technology, and they're running at full machine rated speed. It's the fastest inkjet, full quality, full color press in the market today. We have it, we're psyched about it, and 2019 is going to be a breakout year for us with the ProStream. Let's not forget the i300. Again, leaving our advisory council last week in Hermosa Beach, a new friend of mine over about the last 12 to 14 months, Adam, who runs BR Printers, nicest guy in the world. And Adam loves the i300. He's got a couple i300s. In fact, he's got our entire portfolio other than ProStream. We're talking about ProStream now. In 1 month, Adam DeMastri at BR Printers ran 10 million pages. 10 million pages on a cut sheet device in 1 month. And it's all book printing. It's all high coverage. A lot of black and white still mixed inside, but high coverage, and just blowing the doors off of it. And in fact, last week he ordered another i300 from Canon. I'm also pleased to report via text message as I was sitting in the back of the room that do you guys all remember our friend last year who used some foul language when he was up on that? Yes, indeed. Well, I'm proud to announce that Arna Marketing last night sent in an order for a new ProStream. So again, ProStream i300, we're just doing really well, and specifically in digital color commercial printers. And last but not least, I'll leave you with 2 quotes. Chris Kropak, anybody from New Jersey, I don't want to insult anybody as I say this, I love this guy, by the way, a company called PCI, but he lives in North Carolina now. He's got a very successful company. He also uses a lot of foul language, with me specifically. But Chris, we got in a very heated, competitive situation last year. He has every vendor. He does business with every vendor, and this was for a very large order, and we needed to have it. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, everybody makes really good equipment. Everybody makes great equipment. But at the end of the day, and this goes back to what Sam and Pete said earlier, it got down to service. And what Chris said to me, and he threw in a couple bad words inside of this quote, but I didn't put them up here, was Canon Solutions America allows me to sleep at night. And I got tight SLAs. I have to sleep. I won't sleep if I don't meet them. You guys allow that to happen. And the other great quote I got, which I don't have a slide for, but I'm going to share it with you, is from Adam Lefevre at SPC. It was every single product that we have in production printing. And he said, Francis, when I work with you guys, I don't feel like I'm dealing with a large corporation. I feel like I'm working with another family-owned business, and I can't think of a better compliment to get. He says, I know your entire executive team. I work with the executive team. You guys text me, you send me cards, you work with me, we get it. I know your entire service organization that supports me. You guys are, as far as I'm concerned, a family-owned business. I think it's the people that separates Canon from everybody else. That's what makes the difference. So with that said, thank you for listening to the Production Print Story. And let me bring up my